and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about part 2 of the What's in My Eyeshadow palette collection. We have quite a few palettes to get through, so go ahead, get a snack, get a drink, get comfortable. Also, real quick, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Also hit the bell notification button next to it and make sure they're set to all. That way you don't miss any of my new videos to come in 2020. That's going to be important because once my channel hits 100 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Don't want you to miss out on the giveaway or any of the exciting content that I have coming in this new year. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year, everybody. Take a second, comment down below how you rang in the new year. I'm excited to read some of those comments. Real quick, also, if you like today's video, go ahead and click the like button. If you have any questions or comments about any of the palettes shown today, if you want to see any tutorials, any additional swatches, anything like that, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the palette. First off today, I'm going to start over here with this set of palettes. The first palette I have here is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. Very cute packaging. I've not seen anything from Pretty Vulgar that I didn't think was absolutely stunning. Open it up, it's got a full-size mirror here, and you've got beautiful neutral tone shadows. You also have some gray down here. I haven't used it very much. It's kind of got buried in my drawer. As you'll see going through here, I have quite a few more palettes in this drawer also. So my New Year's resolution is going to be to start using my palettes more. Not so much a no buy kind of situation, but I'm definitely going to go, I think it's going to be more towards like a low buy kind of situation. I want to actually get use out of my makeup, and especially my eyeshadow palettes. Instead of decluttering them, I'd like to hit pan on them and really get some good use out of them. I want to create all kinds of looks with these palettes, whether it's a wearable daytime look, nighttime looks, or even some out there very creative looks. That's kind of my goal coming up for 2020. So stay tuned to my channel. I will be posting those there. Also, you can look down in the description box below and find my Instagram, and I'll be posting a lot more looks there. All right, so next up we have this beautiful Protege palette from Suva Beauty. Very pretty palette. I love how interesting the packaging is. And on the inside here, I have a full-size mirror on this one, and we have these absolutely stunning shades. We have 6 shadows, and we have 2 highlighters. I haven't dipped much into the highlighters, but going forward, I'm going to be trying to get more use out of my makeup collection, like I said, so I'm going to be giving those a try. Next, we have another palette that I received in BoxyCharm. You'll notice that quite a few of these palettes I received from BoxyCharm. I really love the subscription service, so it's given me an opportunity in the past year and a half that I've been subscribed to them to try a lot of different formulas, a lot of color, kind of push me out of my comfort zone. This palette is definitely a palette that kind of pushed me out of the comfort zone as well. It's Celestial Thunder by Dominique Cosmetics. Again, nice size mirror. And then you have these stunning shades. This shade looks almost bronzy copper in person, but when you put it on, it gives like a pink shift to it. It's very, very pretty. So very neat palette. I definitely need to get some more use out of it, try some more of the colors, and see what kind of looks I can create with that one. All right, next up is the Butter London Natural Goddess palette. And I'm not going to go into too much detail on this palette. I talked about it in one of my BoxyCharm videos, which I'll link up above so you can check it out. And some eye looks that I created with the palette. Again, stunning colors, very beautiful. The only one I haven't used so far is Femme Fatale, which is this blue over here. And I definitely want to try that out here in the next few weeks and see kind of what it looks like when you put it on. So there's that one. Again, got this one in BoxyCharm. This palette is this Happy Birthday palette from NYX. I got this as a birthday reward from Ulta, I believe last year. Very pretty palette. I just haven't found myself reaching for it because, as you can see here, maybe, a lot of the colors in here I already have in other palettes. I actually think before this hits its expiration date, I may actually pass it on to my girls and see if they can get more use out of it than I will. This next one I also got from Ulta. I got it free with a purchase. It's the Love the Revolution palette. It's got a highlighter here in the middle with 6 different eyeshadows. Formula's pretty good, but again, it's just not one I find myself reaching for. I got it for free. I wanted to give it a try. But I'm probably going to end up again passing it on to my girls. Next one, another one I got from BoxyCharm. I got it this summer. I really love this palette. When I saw that I was getting this, I was super excited. It's the Festival palette by Pure. Again, another full-size awesome mirror. And these shades are just absolutely amazing for summer. And you got the glitters over here. It's just really fun. I haven't used it too much. I've used it, I think, probably twice. Stunning, beautiful shades. Packaging for this palette is so cute. I absolutely love it. Next one, again, I got from BoxyCharm. It's the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe, I think is how you pronounce it. Don't quote me on that. Packaging, very minimalistic. The color's very pretty. I love this yellow. But when you open it, I mean, look at those stunning shades. They're absolutely beautiful. And they're beautiful on the eye. I usually apply it with my finger and they come out completely stunning. I'm looking at maybe getting the second one of these. I know they have a volume 2, but again, I may have to try to figure that out at some point, but I need to definitely focus on the collection that I have right now. This palette, which is the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival 20 Color Shadow Palette. Beautiful packaging there, and these colors, it's so pretty. This is one of the first colorful palettes that I purchased. I'm really excited to get some more use out of this palette and maybe do some more wild looks, some more colorful looks. Just kind of use a little bit more expression of my personality with some color. This one up is going to be from Bad Habit. It's the Retro Love palette, and I believe this is supposed to be the dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Subculture palette. I haven't played with this too much. I've recently gone online to look for some inspiration so that I can get some more use out of this palette. I believe it was only about $12 to $14, somewhere in that neighborhood, and I really want to get some use out of it. I've heard that the formula on these shadows is really good. I definitely heard less complaints about the formula on these than I did the original Subculture. If you have any looks or anything that you've gotten from either the Subculture palette, or if you have the same palette, go ahead and post them below. I'd be really interested to see some of those looks and how they turned out. All right, next is gonna be another palette from Bad Habit. It's the Aura palette, and I believe this one is the dupe for the Prism palette from Anastasia. They have good size mirrors for sure, and these colors are so fun. I definitely want to dive in and start making a lot more looks. I have some plans for some really fun looks, some inspired looks, and not just everyday makeup. I'm talking creative, fun, some nature inspired, things like that. So I'm definitely excited with what the next few months holds. All right, guys, so moving right along, I'm gonna have the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I really love this palette. This was one of my first higher end palette purchases. Very pretty color story. Again, it's one of the palettes that I definitely want to get more use out of before it hits its expiration. The next palette I have here is the Norvina palette. This is one of the first palettes that I can remember ever seeing a picture of on Trend Mood, and I froze. I just stopped dead in my tracks and said, I have got to have that palette. I absolutely love the color story, the packaging, everything, and I'm really surprised and impressed because I've kept the outside of this very, very clean, and that's not easy to do with these palettes. Its color story is beautiful. I really loved the color Soul the first time I saw the palette. That was really, I think, what hooked me. If you are interested in this palette, it is still available. Definitely, if you're interested in any of the Anastasia palettes, I'd pick them up. So the next one is going to be the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This one, again, beautiful. My favorite shades in this palette are going to be Dusty Rose and Temper. I usually put these two in a look if I'm just going for something simple yet elegant. Throw on some black liquid liner and some mascara and a beautiful popping lip color, and I'm good to go. Next one is going to be the Riviera palette from Anastasia. The packaging is so cute. It's so different. It feels almost like a denim-y kind of feeling to it. It's really neat. This one, beautiful. It's got pigments, it's got shadows to it. It's absolutely stunning palette. I've made a couple really cute eye looks, especially I posted one, I believe, on my Instagram, and it was a sunset, and I even took black liquid eyeliner and made a little palm tree just to have a little bit of fun with it. Next up, I have the Vault from Jaclyn Hill's collaboration with Morphe, and I went ahead and got the Vault instead of doing the palettes separately. I really love these palettes. This one is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Really love that palette. This is probably my favorite out of the 4. This one is Ring the Alarm. And it has browns and yellows, or actually more browns, golds, some pinks to it. This one is the Bling Boss palette. I like how each one has their own separate color story. It's pretty fun. This one's got the berries, the purples, stuff like that to it. And this one is the Dark Magic palette. This one's fun. I like the colors in this one also. I use this for brow bone highlights. I also use it sometimes to set my eyeshadow base. Next I have this Midnight Masquerade face palette from Pure. Again, got from BoxyCharm. Very pretty. It's got, as you can tell, I haven't even used it. It's still got the plastic on it. We have blushes over here and eyeshadows over here, and then this really cute little mirror that's kind of built in there. This next one is one of my favorite purchases. I finally found it in store. I found it at Ulta and it was on sale, plus I had points. So I think I ended up getting it for about $7 or $8. And the colors in this palette are absolutely stunning. I can't even tell you how much I love this palette. Next one of my favorite palettes of all time. Will not leave my collection. I don't care if it expires or not. It will be a part of my collection. I absolutely love it that much. It's the Kristen Leanne, a collab she did with Urban Decay. I went to Sephora as soon as it was available and I purchased it. And the reason is, look how beautiful. The pigmentation on these colors is absolutely amazing. I have made some absolutely beautiful looks with it. This brush is so cute. It's so small, but it does such a good job. I really, really like the brush. Next up, we have the Tarte High Tides and Good Vibes palette. And look at this packaging. It's so neat. It's hard to tell in person, but this is a beautiful, like, ocean blue. It's kind of looking like it's coming across like aqua green on camera. But it's very pretty, and it's just really fun to do this. I know, I'm like a 5-year-old, but it's really cool. I love the little turtles. I got the lip gloss with this also that has a golden sea turtle on top of it. It's so cute. And you open it up here and you have this, and look at these colors. They are absolutely beautiful. You've got glitters, you've got some mattes, you've got some metallics. So pretty. And when you open it, the smell, oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I absolutely love this. And I believe, if I remember correctly, a portion of the proceeds from this collection, or from several of their collections, actually go to help clean up the oceans and stuff for the animals. So definitely got a beautiful palette out of the deal and made a small difference, hopefully, towards cleaning up our oceans just a little bit. So the next palette is going to be the Aspen Ovard collaboration with Tarte, and this packaging is absolutely stunning. This camera is not doing it justice. It is so pretty. It's like a rose gold, almost mirrored with these flowers. So pretty. And inside, just wow, just so pretty. As you can tell, it's definitely seen some love. It's definitely, I actually just used this the other day. This blush has a highlight, it has the blush, and then it has 9 different shades. My favorite shades in the palette are Married Life, High School Sweetheart, and Santorini Sands. And another favorite part of this palette is it smells like hot chocolate. And this time of year especially, that's amazing. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, I'll link it in the description box below, but this is something I would definitely recommend for everyone. It's a staple in my collection. Speaking of collaborations, I have this Physicians Formula Butter Collection collab with Casey Holmes. And this packaging, again, killed it. Absolutely nailed it. Beautiful packaging. Open it up and it has Casey's beautiful picture, little message from her, and also you have some eye look suggestions over here. It tells you how to get the look. Come down here. The cool thing about this, I really love this fragrance. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. It came with a lippy. I've actually got that over, and my lippy is on my desk. You get a blush. Nope. Check that. You get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. All 3 beautiful and stunning. And you come down here and you have 4 different eyeshadows. And any different combinations. I've made several combinations with these, and they are so pretty, so blendable. They even smell amazingly good. So if you get a chance, if this is still available, which I think it is, I would pick it up. It's a great all-in-one palette. I can definitely see it being a good travel palette. If you want something simple that you can get a full face from, definitely recommend these. All right, I have a few Morphe palettes over here. This is one of the hard plastic palettes, and this one's actually the 35M Boss Mood palette. This is another 35 pan palette, and it has some really pretty colors. I haven't used it as much as I was hoping, but again, since I'm trying to get more use out of all of my palettes, I'm definitely going to be dipping back into this palette. Alright, so the next palette I have here is the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. It's her original palette with them. It's the 35 pan palette. And I absolutely still to this day love this palette just like the first day I got it. It's awesome. I love the colors. I love the versatility. And it's traveled with me to Georgia. I absolutely cannot and would not want to declare this from my collection. I love it so much that I know it's getting up towards its 12-month shelf life. So I actually may turn around and buy another one just so I can keep it, because it's definitely one of my favorite palettes. Next palette I have here is another one of my favorites. It took me forever to purchase this. I kept telling myself, oh, I don't need it, oh, I don't need it, oh, I don't need it, when I knew, pretty sure down deep I knew I was going to buy the palette anyway. It is the Morphe collaboration with James Charles. And there is what it looks like. I've seen a lot of looks actually recently since he launched his new mini palette. A lot more eye looks with it that gave me some inspiration for some looks to do with mine again. So I'm gonna get back into working with more of these and doing more looks, like I said. And this is definitely going to be one of the palettes that I feel like I'm gonna be able to create some fun, creative, colorful looks with. So I'm very excited about that. Again, still available. You can get it in the full-size palette or the mini palette. This palette's kind of fun. This was actually a Z palette that I purchased from Morphe's website because I had a ton of single shadows and I had a small Z palette. Okay, so these shadows these are Anastasia shadows right here. And then I have some ColourPop shadows here. These are Urban Decay samples I got for birthday gifts and things from Ulta. They just give out these little single shadows, which are still fun because it gives you a chance to try something without giving you a big, huge pan of it. These are Makeup Geek shadows over here. I have some Coastal Scents shadows, and if you guys have never tried Coastal Scents, I really do like their shadows, and they're very affordable. So you might take a look at those and see if there's any, you know, order one or two and see if you like the formula, see kind of what you think. And then I have some Sephora shadows up here. Sephora shadows are pretty inexpensive. So again, if anything catches your eye, you know, you're walking through a Sephora or a JCPenney with a Sephora inside, take a look at their line. They have some really nice products. I love all of the shadows that I have in here. If you have any questions about the shade names, if you saw any shades in here that you like, go ahead and leave them in the description box below and I will try to get back to you guys and let you know the names of the shades. This is one of my favorite first shadow palettes that I ever purchased. It's the Smoked palette by Urban Decay. Again, it's got a cute mirror to it. But these shades are really, really pretty. And it also came with an eye look book that told you how to make, I think, 10 different eye looks, which I still have to this day, so it's neat. But these shadows are very pretty, very wearable, just very, very neat. And I actually might end up, unfortunately, passing this on to my daughters because I feel like they'll get more use out of it. Because it's such a small palette, it seems to work its way to the back of my drawer. And I just don't reach for it as much. This palette is very neat. It also went with me to Georgia. I think I took about 4 or 5 palettes with me on that trip. But it's the Born to Run Urban Decay palette. It is so cute. I love the packaging, all the pictures of like hiking in the snow and drinking wine on a beach and just absolutely beautiful pictures of scenery. The palette feels very solid, so you don't feel like it's flimsy, you don't feel like it's cheap, it just feels very weighted and very solid. But then you look at the color story and it's got a little bit of everything. From greens and blues to pinks. It kind of reminds me of a mix of a lot of the Anastasia palettes all together. and I really liked traveling with it because no matter what I was wearing, I felt like I could make a really pretty eye look with it. It is, I believe, still available, so if you like what you see here, if you think it'd be something you'd be interested in, I'll link it in the description box below. Next we have the Naked palette. I was so late to the game on this palette, it's not even funny, but I'm glad I picked one up. I believe I got it when it went on sale for half off right before they discontinued it, and it's very nice. It's a very beautiful, very pretty palette. It's kind of got a small mirror to it, but hey. Full-size double-ended brush, and I do like this brush quite a bit. And it's just got a beautiful color story through it. Neutrals, you've got some brow bone highlight shades, you've got some lighter shades, some middle shades, and dark shades. I really, really like this palette. Next, we have the Naked Smoky palette from Urban Decay. Again, nailed the packaging. It's so pretty. And then you look at this and they're just so pretty. It's a fun palette. I really do like this palette. I've made a couple really pretty looks with it. And I do believe my husband got this palette and he got this palette together for me. It's the Naked Heat palette. And I absolutely adore this palette. This was one of my favorite warm tone palettes that I have in my collection. Absolutely beautiful. And there is why. This was one of my first true warm tone palettes and just absolutely stunning. I had it, my husband actually purchased it for me with the Smoky palette not too long after this came out. I think it was the first or second day it was available. And I have just absolutely loved it ever since. Alright, my last Urban Decay palette I have here is the Naked Cherry palette. And I was underwhelmed with this palette, unfortunately. I was hoping I was gonna really love it. I bought the vault that it came in, so it had this, it had all 3 of the lipsticks, and I believe it had 2 eyeliners with it. Packaging's okay. It's kind of pretty, but the shades are just, they were disappointing. Really, really, truly disappointing. They blend, palette doesn't even want to stay open for me, now it's mad at me. They kind of blended away on my eyes, and again, the brush was really pretty. I really liked this brush quite a bit, but the shadows just seem to blend away. I have had a request for a tutorial with this one, so I will be doing that coming up soon. When I go ahead and do that tutorial, maybe I'll find some tips and tricks with it that absolutely transform the way I feel about the palette. I'm really hoping so because I love Urban Decay. I love their formula typically. I'd really love to get more use out of this palette, and the colors are very pretty. I just really, really need them to work better for me. So the next shadows I'm going to talk about are my Stila Shimmer and Glow shadows. I picked all 3 of these up at Marshall's here locally, and the nice thing is they're $24 I believe in Ulta, but they're only about $7.99. I think the most I paid, maybe one of these was about $8.99 in store, and they're absolutely stunning. There's only one other one that I found that I haven't picked up yet, and I believe that was Vivid Garnet, I believe was the shade name. But these are really neat. I love the cooling feeling that we get from these when you put them on your eye. This one is in the shade Cloud, and look at that, just the reflection on it is so pretty. It's almost like a purple, like a violet with a rose gold reflect to it. It's very beautiful. I might see it a little bit better there. Okay, the next one is going to be Freedom. It's like a pretty mint green slash icy blue. Very, very pretty. I love this one. I wear it with a black liquid eyeliner over it, and it is so pretty. Third one is, I believe it's Boheme, is how you pronounce it. It's a very pretty shadow. Swatch it here. You gotta watch out when you're opening them though, because like where if it has any dried out here, it comes down like glitter in your lap. There's that one, and that one's Boheme. So pretty. This one has, it's like a lighter purplish pink with maybe a silver undertone to it. It's very, very pretty. But these are 3 of my favorite liquid eyeshadows. I definitely recommend checking TJ Maxx and Marshalls to save a couple bucks. Next liquid eyeshadows I'm going to be talking to you about are the eye lights from BH Cosmetics. They came with the Weekend Festival vault that I purchased. These are all beautiful shades on their own, but they also make really beautiful pops of color in the center of a halo eye. So if you want to check these out, they are still available on the BH Cosmetics website. I will link that down below and you can check them out. I think they're only a few bucks each. I think the most I've seen them for is $8, $8.50, somewhere in there. All right, just a few more palettes, guys. I'm excited because most of these are Jeffree Star palettes. So let's actually talk about this one real quick. This is one of my favorites. I actually purchased this at Walmart. It is the Profusion Wanderlust palette. I actually ended up picking up the palette because I wanted to use the green shades and chill up here. I just thought it'd be really cute and it'd be a good alternative to the Natasha Denona green and gold palette. I heard it was, some of these shades were kind of dupes for that. The pigmentation on these is amazing. Their blendability is really good. They perform very, very well. They do have other palettes, several other palettes this size. So if you're interested, I would check them out. You can go to a Walmart, go to a Target, or look online, and I would recommend picking up some of their products. They're very good. Okay, so we're down to 2.5 of my favorite palettes. This would be the 0.5. I recently purchased this on a website called Mercari. If you've never heard of it, I'll link it down below. Check it out. You can purchase new and gently used makeup on the site. You can also purchase like Jeffree Star mirrors and things like that. I do believe they actually do clothing and other accessories, but I usually go to it and use it for the makeup. I've purchased makeup on the site. I've actually sold makeup on the site. And I'll be listing some more makeup here coming up soon. So if you're interested, you can check that out. But this is the Mini Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And I absolutely love this. These colors are so much fun. As you can tell, I've definitely dipped into some of the purples and the pink recently to make some really fun, colorful looks. Jeffree Star's formula is amazing. Pigmentation is just absolutely incomparable. I really, really like it. I was really excited to be able to pick this up. I think I got it for $22. Luckily, I had a $5 off coupon for selling on the site, and I had made a sale on the site of my other palette. So I put that all together. I think out of pocket, I might have spent $1.25 on this. So definitely check it out. I'll link it in the description box. One of my favorite gifts that I've ever received for my birthday. I got it this year for my birthday from my amazing husband, who took it upon himself to go back to the Morphe account, which he made to buy my Jaclyn Hill palette, and buy these for me. This one is the Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree Star. Again, I love his formula. The packaging, he slays packaging. Absolutely slays. Beautiful little clasps here. Has almost a leather feel to it. The gorgeous cover. I love the font on the packaging. It's so neat. Very Christmassy to me. It kind of reminds me of peppermints. And you have these beautiful shades. Absolutely beautiful. The bummer is when it came, intravenous right here was broken. But I mean, it's just a corner. It's not a big deal. But I love these shades. Absolutely amazing. It doesn't look like I've dipped into it very much because the stars that are embossed in here are holding up pretty well. But I absolutely love it. Candy Floss is one of my favorite shades. It is so pretty. And let's see what else. The shade names crack me up. You got Prick, Root Canal, let's see, Coma, Fresh Meat, Ouch. Yeah, I absolutely love this palette. It is so cute. Just from beginning to end, I absolutely love Jeffree Star's products. Again, don't come for me in the comments. It's not about drama. It's about the product, and his products are amazing. All right, guys, and we are down to the final palette. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like this video went a lot faster than my last one, and I felt like I did way more in this video. But it is the Jeffree Star full-size Jawbreaker palette. Packaging is amazing. It reminds me of an actual Jawbreaker that we would eat as kids. It's really neat. You can turn around, and it has a full-size mirror. And these shades. Just the shades. So beautiful. I mean, I cannot crack this palette open without smiling at the bright colors and everything. It's just so happy. The colors just make me think of happy. The pigmentation's amazing. We have some beautiful, stunning metallics, beautiful matte shades up here, cotton candy. Like, can we take a second and look at cotton candy? It's so pretty. Absolutely love the colors in this palette. Like me too here coming up. If you want, I can go ahead and include these in a tutorial so you can see, or I can do some swatches. You guys just let me know down in the comments below kind of what you want me to do. But I can do either or, I can do both. Really fun palette. If you're looking for a palette with some fun colors, you can definitely, they don't have to be this bold. You can tone them down and blend them out. There's a bunch of different things you can do. His formula is so versatile that you can definitely punch up the color or punch the color down as much as you want, just depending on your technique. So keep that in mind. This is a very great palette. I really, really like it. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of another video. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. Any questions or comments, any tutorials you'd like to see with any of the palettes today, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to share the video. Once I hit the 100 subscriber mark, I will be doing that giveaway. There's going to be more information on the giveaway in future videos, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to set that bell notification to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. So thanks again for stopping by. I love you all. I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at, and I'll see you in my next video.